Hey guys, so this review, or let's call it a PSA, is about the Thieaudio Ghost. And when something sounds too good to be true, it just is, I guess. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to call people out, okay? Everyone's got their reasons for why they do what they do as far as reviewing goes. There's a reviewer that's hyping the heck out of these, saying these are as good as the Meze, the Luna. I don't even know. It's about $100 or $700 headphone, and it's the same driver supposedly, and it sounds the same. I haven't heard that headphone, so I don't know, and I'm be honest and upfront about that. I paid for this with my own money. I wanted to see, is it really that good? Because Linsole has had quite a few headphones that are like they or an affiliate has produced, and they sell them on their site, and some reviewers have hyped them, and truthfully every one of them I've heard to date has been garbage. So I haven't heard a good set of headphones from them. Here comes the Thieaudio Ghost. Well, okay, so these are the pads it comes with. I guess they're okay, not that deep, a little tight in the ear. And this type of velour, I noticed this type of, it's velour. I guess it's supposed to be hybrid, but this part's bent down so far that it's kind of hard to tell. But this type of velour will typically reduce the highs. At least that's my experience. So I took those off after initial listening, and I tried this ZMF suede or fake suede. They have another name for them. I can't remember what it is right now, but sorry, let me get this headphone cable out of the way. I tried them with these. Actually, it sounded better with these. So, but the thing is, these are curved at a slant, right? Not curved, but they're at a slant so that when they fit on your head, they put the it'd be like this being the back and this being the front. It'd go like this, and it puts the driver at an angle like it would be coming straight at your ears. So that's kind of the theory with that. These are super comfortable, by the way, but these do not flex or bend at all. They're super stiff when it comes to that type of movement. There's just no room for it. So I went and ordered some pads here, which, thank God, the fitting chart, the compatibility chart on that site shows that these will fit a lot of different headphones. So I can reuse these. And they're kind of a hybrid where it's velour here, but not in here. It's like a leather inside, perforated leather. and deeper ear cup, deeper fit, and then the little, here, I'll just take it off and do it that way. It's really easy to put on. This fabric right here, you can probably see through that. Very, very sheer, so I wasn't worried about that cutting out highs too much. There's the driver right there. Here's the thing. These sound like garbage. They sound cheap. They sound hollow. They don't sound good at all. Maybe I was misguided by a review that I saw that hyped them, and it's someone that I guess you could say I kind of trust, and I like some of the stuff I've got that they've recommended, and so I thought, wow, for them to really hype these so hard to say they're just as good as the $700 headphone without the same gear, I guess, up here, the same mechanics for how the headband works and everything. I was like, wow, I should listen to that. So, $129, it's a lot for some people, I guess. And even for me, it's not like I can just throw that kind of money away for no reason. But, I thought I'm going to give them a shot and see what they're like. And I really do feel like I threw my money away. So first off, let's talk about build here. Let me take the cable off. This is like some kind of metal aluminum, I guess. They're very light, very, very light. Like crazy light. Vinyl, something, plastic here. This doesn't click, but it's fairly solid on the way it grips it. It's a friction damper in there but it's not like a smooth friction damper. It's just kind of something pressing really hard on this. And so I don't know how that'll do in the long run, if it'll hold up or not, but I don't really care. I'm not going to be listening to these. Anyway, so again, these are the pads it comes with. They're kind of cheap, vinyl, velour. The cup is all plastic with this kind of gold-plated plastic ring around it. They don't look bad, you know what I mean? They look cheap. They feel cheap. But they don't look terrible. It's not like I was like instantly turned off by them. They're okay. I really, it was the sound that I cared about. They come with this cable and an adapter. And in the unboxing part you saw in the beginning, they've got a nice little case they come with too. I actually like the case. The cable's kind of weird. It's this 4 ribbon thing. You typically see cables like this on electrostatics, for whatever reason, but not usually. I haven't seen ribbon cables on, standard headphones, standard driver headphones. Left and right, whatever. But it's fine. The cable's fine. I don't care. It works fine. You can 3.5 it, 1/4 inch it, whatever. It's fine. So when I first got it, I was like, wow, it sounds very veiled and like just no detail on some of the songs I was listening to, like I would expect, And I thought, okay, I better burn these in. Maybe the driver is just stiff and it needs some, some. Yeah. So I plugged them in and I fired up FiiO 2000. I guess I don't know if they've got another number on it now, but there's a couple of albums. Actually, I don't even know how many. I just lined up a playlist with, a bunch of both rock and roll and hip hop, because I wanted something really to move those drivers, and bass will do that, as well as stuff that would produce highs. And so I just let it play. I let it play for like 4 or 5 hours. I left, went to some shopping with my wife, came back home, still playing, and I'm like, I'll just do it a little longer. So yeah, it played for a long time, and then I started listening to it, and it did sound a little better. I was like, well, I can hear some more detail I wasn't hearing before, but not a lot more. And yeah, so I got these pads. I was really hoping the pads were going to make all the difference. So I got these pads today. Early this morning they were delivered, and I put them on, and I started listening, and I was kind of excited, and I was like, what's going on here? Why does this sound the way it sounds? I thought, it sounds veiled to me. I don't really hear look, I'll give you a song. Diana Krall, The Look of Love. There's a lot of really good piano in that song, and highs and guitar in that song as well, jazz guitar. And it's recorded very well. And when she's singing in that song, you can hear like her tongue, popping off the roof of her mouth. You can hear her lips smacking as certain words are formed while she's singing. And it's like this detail that gives it this realism. It's really nice to hear, actually. And I can hear that in a lot of the headphones, and especially on IEMs. I couldn't hear it on here. And it sounded like she was in a box, in a tube or something, and the sound was just, the tonality just was not nice. And I was like, what is going on? And I tried a bunch of different songs. So I tried some guitar songs. Guitar songs will have like a lot of highs and lows depending on the artist, that really help to kind of pick out what a driver's doing, if you're going to get the detail you want, that kind of thing. I wasn't getting it. It was okay, but I wasn't getting it. I was like, what is wrong? And I hadn't listened to any other headphones today, so I didn't really have a comparison. And if you guys have looked at, any articles or information about audio memory, it's really bad. So if I say, oh, hey, I listened to the Sennheisers, 3 days ago, and these don't sound as good. You really can't do that. What I need to do is listen to them side by side to kind of hear. So I pulled these guys out. The Rode NT, I think it's the NT4s, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, NTH100. And these are my daily drivers. I use these at my desk. There's like a burn right here where I hit it with a soldering iron because I was fixing some electronic thing. And this was on my head. I was listening to music while I was working, and I put these down and soldering iron tapped it. So yeah. But these I've been using for a very long time now. You could probably look back at when I made a review about these. It was months and months and months ago. And I really love these headphones. They're great headphones for, like I said, daily drivers. But the interesting thing was this, side by side, these completely destroyed these. There's no comparison at all. No comparison. If these were $129 and you told me they were good, and then you gave me these to listen to and said, how much do you think they are? I'd say these are like $700 because they're so much better than these. Like they're not even in the same league at all. The detail, the highs, the bass, the mid-range, the smoothness of the tonality, and just the enjoyable sound that they produce is so superior to the Thieaudio Ghost. Okay, these kind of fall into the category of Beats for me. All right, for those of you who listen to older versions of Beats, newer versions may be better. I haven't listened to them, but older versions were horrible. It was just a design and a logo that was being sold. These remind me of that, right? They totally, especially when I listen to this. When I listened to these against this, it was like, holy smokes, these are horrible. What is anybody thinking hyping these? And I'm just going to say the reviewer that's hyping these has many, many, many headphones, high-end headphones, based on what I see in the videos. So that person knows these are shit. That's all I can say. Did I get a bad pair? I don't know. And I don't care, because they need to have quality control so that they're all the same. So I'm going to assume they have quality control, and these sound just like any other pair. These sound like garbage. Okay, so let's get the NT. Look, these are $144 right now on Amazon. That's all. These are $129 in Linsole, and it took I forgot I ordered them. This package showed up, and I'm like, oh, what's this? Like, did I order something? Did someone send me something for a review? I didn't know what it was. I was kind of excited. I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, shoot, that's right. I ordered these things like 3 weeks ago. I forgot about them. I completely forgot because it took so long to get me. On Amazon, I got these, I think, like next day, right? So let's get these are completely superior for $20 more. If you're thinking about buying these, please don't do that. If you want to buy a headphone at, and you've got $150 to spend, you cannot go wrong. Okay. I listened to this. I compared these on the KSS Pro from FiiO, the one with the Saber DACs in it. And yeah, I don't like doing this negative stuff. It bothers me to have to do negative stuff. I feel like someone's going to listen and go, this guy's always negative. And but I got to tell you guys the truth, because you're going to spend your money. And like I said, $129 isn't that big a deal for me. I have a good job, a good career, blah, blah, blah. But there's people out there that they're saving up, and maybe for gaming, young guys, kids or whatever. And they're looking at these going, oh yeah, that guy who I trust said these were fantastic. They're just as good as these $700 ones. They use the same driver, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what those $700 ones sound like, but if they sound like this, they sound like shit too. This sounds like someone, I mean, it was the sound, like Diana Krall's voice came across as metallic kind of, and kind of nasally, like this nasally, like she was singing through a tube. And I listened to a lot of songs. I'm just using that particular song because that was the last song I listened to before I fired up this review. In fact, when I got done listening to that and I popped on, so what I did was I had the Rhodes here. I plugged them in. I had the cables laying over there. And I just kept starting and stopping different sections of the song and then testing immediately the headphones. So I'd listen to the beginning for about 30 seconds, unplug, go back, listen to the beginning again for 30 seconds on these, the next 30 seconds on these, go back, same 30 seconds on these. So I just kept doing that. And I was so shocked by the difference that I went inside and I told my wife, I'm like, do me a favor, you guys just stay quiet right now, because they're doing a lot of stuff on Sunday. This is Sunday that I'm making this video. And I said, just give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to make this video. I had to get it done right now, because hopefully someone who's about to buy these is going to see this video and question it. And if they have an extra $20 and they don't already own the Rhodes, the NT1 H100s, I would definitely suggest you get those. Listen to those, try those. You're going to love those. They're a fantastic headphone. They play so good with this amp. They play good with the RME. That's what I use. The RME is kind of my daily driver for work and stuff, as well as for like editing videos and everything. When I just want to enjoy music, I mean, this sounds good too, but the K9 Pro ESS, that one for me in music is like just one of the perfect amps for me. I love the sound of that amp. So look, let's just make a quick conclusion. These things suck. Do not believe hype from anybody about these, okay? I may not have the same hearing as you or as that person. I'm not the end all be all, but the difference between these and the Rode, the NTH100, is vast. Not a little bit. I'm not saying that the Rode had a slight bit better stage or a slight bit better detail. It was a vast difference in quality for $20. The NTH Rode it's all metal, plastic. I mean, the construction, like I said, everyday daily driver. This is on my head literally 6 days a week, sometimes for hours at a time for the last 6 months. And no problems at all. Everything works great. I heard someone complain about this piece right here breaking. I have had no trouble with this thing at all. And I adjust it a lot because sometimes I'm wearing a hat, sometimes I'm not. I beat the hell out of these. Look, I burned them with my solder iron. Those things sound so fantastic and are so comfortable for $20 more. I don't know what to say, man. Anyway, do not buy these, okay? These things suck. Don't believe what anyone's telling you. Or if you've got $129 to blow, buy them for yourself and find out. But it ain't on Amazon. So there's no quick free return thing. If you want Linsole, if you want to send it back, my guess is they'll take it. They've got a return policy, but you're going to have to ship it to them, which is going to be expensive because you got to ship it back to China. And I don't think they're going to cover the cost of shipping it back. So you're going to lose money. I would be very, very hesitant to buy these unless you've heard your friends and you're like, oh, I love him. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, cool, fine. But if you haven't heard these from anybody, and you've listened to some of the stuff I've done in my other reviews, and you know these songs I'm talking about or have heard them, and you kind of know how they should sound, and then trust me, okay? These don't sound good. These are not. If these are $700 headphones, if they're the same as $700 headphones, then those $700 headphones are garbage, and I wouldn't buy those either. All right, so I've said enough. I just wanted to get this out real quick. I hope you guys have a great Sunday if you hear this today, um, and I hope this helps you save $129. All right, man. Have a great day.